The time is 7:47 a.m. Oh God. Okay, I flushed the Janine, the plumbing. Oh God. The gas they use here is brutal. I'm okay. Let's get over that, okay? Just focus on how sick it makes you. Which, it doesn't make everybody sick. I've witnessed people die with this gas. But of course, I'm not allowed to talk about it. Only that one time up there. Here's my door. It's right here. They slid down, you heard them wearing these heavy clothes. Shh, boom. And you heard them hit the wall. Right up there, because they did their runs from these two rooms when there was dead bodies engulfing this house. Which has not stopped the DBs, but I'm not allowed to talk about it on the internet anymore. I'm getting my health back after having an emergency race sprint being pumped with poison. While I was right here, just having poison ooze out of me and suffering, I heard directly above me, oh, let's do this. I got a green light, I can do this. This is fucking awesome. It's because I'm so safe from these special forces. I was downstairs. It's so fucking scary up here. Hold on, I gotta collect myself. There's so many homicides happened up here, okay? But I was downstairs and in the bathroom suffering, and I heard two men talking over in this area, coming from 1507, but from above me, man. There's an attic, and that's one of them. We'll film it later. It's one of the... We'll film it later, okay? I said they had this, okay? Stuff. The one I found is fucking serious in the basement. Point is, worse than this one. I heard the two men talking like they were stressed out. American men over in this space where I'm standing. Above me, I couldn't fucking believe it. I thought there were people in the fucking house coming in, pretending to be friends. Thumb a fucking hogue. I'm gonna get down. It was over in this area, this whole space area. Coming from here, two fucking men were talking, like stressed out, trying to get out of the area of my perimeter, while people was oozing out of me. Just oozing. I was helpless, man. Helpless on the toilet. Oh my God. Oh my God, it wasn't coming from outside because I made sure, of course, I knew it wasn't. But I went down as soon as I got up well enough and was done pee-pooing. I went downstairs, I looked in the backyards, I looked everywhere in the backyards of both 1511 and 1507. There's no scumbags because they were above my head going towards 1507. I don't know the little tunnels. You've seen one right there in the bathroom there. But I could hear them. And this kind of incidences where you're hearing, I heard the two terrorists here that neither have been declared deceased. Not by the mail that's being collected here. No, it's clearly not happening as far as these names are concerned that are receiving mail here. I used to hear them in that space up there too. So the expert special forces don't need this testimony. They took this terrorist cell down. You can see how empty it is. There's no more people sneaking up and down the stairs. There's no more people sliding and getting hit with gas sliding. I mean, it was a freaking battlefield out here. But it hasn't stopped and I can't talk about it. It's still, everything is going. Except there's no more terrorists going in and out of the house, going up and down the stairs, sitting on the porch when the house is filling up with martini gas. Remember that crap? No, that's over. Thank you, God. I'm supposed to go and flush the toilet again. Oh, So I am reporting that I'm hearing men in my perimeter talking. They're definitely U.S. citizens. Oh my God, I'm being hit with gas you wouldn't believe. It's terrible to go through. I'm starting to feel better. It takes a little bit to get over it. That was happening right as I was being gassed. And the helplessness that I felt was pretty bad. Like, oh my God. So there was nobody in the ground area. They were definitely up, and I knew that. And it was in that area that I can testify I've witnessed other terrorists. I've heard not just the two that I can testify are dead, but according to the USPS Postal Mail and all these companies, businesses, utility companies, you name it, they're not dead. But I can testify they're both dead and they're not here. I've witnessed them up there in that perimeter, which is actually right over here in this area. And I've witnessed other terrorists. I've witnessed all American. The Americans are the ones I've heard. I've never heard Spanish. I've never heard Russian being shouted out, Ukrainian, no. The Americans are always talking in here. That is something I will reflect on in my life and remember that I need to get some feedback here from professional agents, what the fuck they did around me in here, what they were carrying out. Violence, I'm aware of that. But what exactly this is? This is definitely a training camp. I've assessed that as definitely a Muslim terrorist training camp. They were bringing them in and running them around all over in these tunnels that I have found. One is just on video, it's the attic, but there's more than one entrance and exit upstairs. There's multiple. Okay, so what I wanted to say, I'm at minute 7, was all the prostitutes, 3 of whom I witnessed get killed violently in here. There was 5. 2 I witnessed walk out the door. Yeah, I remember that day. Okay. They're outside. There's like a construction crew hollering and yelling. They're doing the same exact thing, making noise, playing loud music, drawing attention to themselves to be filmed, seen, heard, talked about. It's the Mexican drug cartel that works for the drug smugglers, works for Triad. Yeah. And that's on my account. And then all the U.S. reporters stole all my information, all my blood, sweat, and tears, and made dinero off of what I report and I go through. And they go shopping at Nordstrom's. There's a construction crew right now drawing incredible attention to themselves. Just like they always do. They do the same thing every day, folks. This has not been every day. This is actually, it's been a few months since they've partied on S Street at their construction sites, but they're doing that right now. So they're back to that. Whoa. So anyways, so the five hookers all had fake ID. I put that up and down on my account, and that's what I was trying to say, but I was starting to get poisoned. You can find all of that on the Facebook files. Everything that has to do with what I witnessed as far as fake identifications is on Facebook files. As for today, we got construction crews to the left, to the right, and they probably come back at the U.S. military dirty federal agent's house where that hooker likes to drive around in her car. When she drives around, it's ordered, go drive the car. She'll go right out there. She does like 4 and 5 freaking dudes at a time. It's really disgusting. The prostitutes in the United States truly believe that they are better and above the rest of the women because of this barbarianism they allow men to do to them. That's precisely why. Women like me, just gas her. That's how they see it. Just gas her, kill her, chop her up. That's what this woman across the street who carries out barbarianism, sexual violence on herself, just sees me as. So the Mexican drug cartel they're already stationed up and down S Street, drawing attention to themselves. They'll probably be back at that house. There's been a construction site, endless one, at that hooker's house. I can't say how long, and I couldn't even talk about it before. It's endlessly constructed there. They got a big project there now. So they're surrounding the area. I'm witnessing them above me while I'm being fucking gassed black and blue. And the terrorists who, as far as business, utilities, so on and so forth, have never been declared deceased, are still receiving mail here. Full-on mail here. And as far as that letter yesterday, I can say this, I'm up to minute 11. That letter, I strongly believe, was not a legal letter. I strongly believe that is a coded, it's not totally coded. I don't know the word to use, I'm sorry. But you know how military captains, comrades, or however they call the men in the military, I am not a military person, and this is when you can really tell. I don't even know what to call them. I'll just call them generals. But there's definitely other ranks. I just can't give this word to you. High-ranking people in the military get letters like what was addressed to me in the mail. Both letters, the one that was taped to the door and the one that I received in the mail, are not intended to be legal letters. That's why there was no legal language. That letter is about a chemical attack, for example, that they want to do to Miami. They want to use the gases that are being used on me in here on people in Miami. It's about 2 million people that will be dead from this massive weapons of mass destruction, chemical weapon attack. Exactly. My guidance from God and Archangel Michael is don't even feel sorry for one of the 2 million. I don't. I see the Americans doing nothing but going shopping, protesting for Palestinian Hamas who's building tunnels in this house. I see nothing but the Americans exposing their children to this cannibalism I witnessed here. And this barbarianism of women running naked all over the country, taking pictures of themselves, calling themselves famous and calling themselves celebrities. I could go down the litany of how lost in barbarianism the U.S. population is. My guidance is strong as every time. It's pray for the U.S. and don't feel sorry for not one of the 2 million that are a target by the bad guys, the enemy military that wants to target them. And also, they want to shoot up, do a mass shooting like Las Vegas at a RAP concert because all of the gang members work for the Russian mob. They work for the Russian mob. I'm running out of my time here. We're at 13 minutes and 19 seconds. Don't feel sorry for one of the people at that concert. That is my guidance. I believe it. That's nothing but what I've seen when I'm living in America. That's everything I've seen. There's scoundrels. You want to hook up with these kind of people and attack people like me in my country? Well, there you go. You got yourself Las Vegas shooting in a rap concert in Miami, and I don't feel sorry for you. Okay, so there you go with the fake IDs. There you go with the mail. There you go. Minute 14, adios.